guys, welcome back to the channel Run with CT. And before we get started, please hit that like and subscribe button. It really helps the channel out a lot. Now let's get started. Now I'm going to be speaking on the shoe that came out of nowhere towards the ending of last year, and of course is an On shoe, and that'll be the Cloudboom Zone. I really like this shoe, and of course I'm going to get more into it, why I like this shoe, but also how it came out of nowhere. I didn't really market this shoe as much. I think it was just a shoe that just dropped towards the end of the year of 2024, and basically I came across it because I have a friend that works at On, and he told me about the shoe, and I couldn't wait to try it out. He was telling me that this could be the racing companion or the training companion to the Cloudboom Strike. I hope I got that name right. Yes, the Cloudboom Strike. And basically, this would be your daily training, something comparable to, like, you know, your endorphin speeds. And you know, after running in this shoe, I did find it very comparable as far as like a really good shoe that can pretty much do it all. And I'll get more into that as well. Now first, let's get into the specs of the shoe. You got 35 millimeter in the heel, 29 millimeter at the forefoot with a 6 millimeter drop. And it's an 8.5 ounces I think in a size 9, but I wear a size 10 in this shoe, so I believe it could possibly be a little heavier, maybe 9 ounces, maybe 9.5. I just really couldn't find the actual weight of this shoe in my size. It's just what they pretty much stated, I believe, out there on the website. Of course, you got the Helion Hyperfoam midsole combined with the Cloud Tech, and then you have a one-piece upper, very breathable, and a reinforced engineered speed board. Just like a nylon plate, I think, or was a carbon. I honestly keep getting confused if it's the carbon plate or not. I'll have to check more on that because, once again, a lot of the information on this shoe, as far as finding it on the website or even online, it's pretty hard to find. I don't know what's going on with that. And if you find more on that, please put it in the comments. Let me know. What kind of shoe is it when it comes to, you know, the whole On lineup of shoe? This is your Tempo daily trainer. This is a shoe where you really want to log those miles in and you want to pick up the pace. Not saying that you can't cruise in the shoe, because you can. It's a shoe you definitely can cruise in, but it feels really good when you're really picking up that pace and you're just pushing it a little more. You can really feel that plate start to react. When you just cruising at a lower pace and just cruising it out, you don't feel the plate that much, which is also not a bad thing either, because the foam is actually really responsive. I find it a good medium between firm and a bit of softness. I believe you can do all types of workout in the shoe because it's also a pretty flexible shoe. I haven't taken it to the gym yet, to, like, you know, put it on the treadmill, because I love to test my shoes on the treadmills as well. Except for the really high max cushion shoes, I won't, because they're just huge. I've ran a lot of a lot of miles in this shoe, and I've done 13 to 18 miles in this shoe, and in one day. And yeah, it does amazing for me. The whole time it doesn't flatten out, it just feels like it keeps going, and I actually don't find it to where my toes are hurting, or, you know, my feet just swelling up and not feeling really great in the shoe. It does a really good job. So from my experience, it is that way. It is the shoe that I also find that for me, when I first put it on, it is that you kind of have to get to know the shoe, get the rhythm of the shoe, because it felt kind of weird starting off with the shoe. It felt a little wobbly at first, and I was just like, why am I feeling weird? Maybe it could be just me, but after a few miles, I got the rhythm of the shoe, and now I tend to love this shoe so much, especially if you're a forefoot and midfoot striker. This shoe feels really great and planted and very stable. When you really want to pick up the pace, even turning, you don't feel like the shoe is going to roll your ankle or come off from under you, or going to go separate ways, like some other shoes where it kind of feels like that. But yeah, it's a really great shoe as far as like that daily trainer, putting on the miles, and it's going to be reliable. Yeah, to be honest, I've kind of beat the shoe up when it comes to adding the miles, because I've just been adding on more miles and more miles to the shoe, because I just really like running in it. As far as the design of the shoe, it looks really nice. I really like the look of this shoe. The upper is really nice. It has this, and I always forget what they call it. Maybe there isn't a name, but it's very breathable, and it's kind of a little stretchy, but it's also strong. So I know it's not going to rip. And I've done some really hard training outside in the shoe. I've even scraped a couple things, and the shoe still looks pretty great. It's pretty good. The white color is really nice. I can't wait to see what other colors they have coming up in it. You do have like these little support pillows, I would say, in the ankle collar, and I love that feeling. It actually feels really light, and the structure is nice too, especially around the heel. You can see it there. It holds your heel in pretty good, and you actually don't get any heel slippage. Well, I don't, because I know other people's feet are different, of course, so I can't really speak for everyone. But as far as for me, flat and wide feet, it does have a lot of grip. I find this shoe to have a lot of grip on the with the outsole, of course, and I have in my area different types of pavements, and even in the rain, because I have ran the rain in this shoe, and I still find myself having grip in it and not slipping, of course, from my experience. Not all shoes give me that type of feeling where I just love attacking heels. There's some shoes where I'm like, damn, this shoe is not gonna do too well when it comes to running up and down hills, even especially the really steep high heels. And this shoe just does it for me. Does a really good job going up and down with no problem. I'm able to like not feel like I'm hitting the front of the shoe to where I'm gonna like probably bust out the front. I don't feel like this happening with this shoe. Even especially the really steep high heels. And this shoe just does it for me. Does a really good job going up and down with no problem. I'm able to like not feel like I'm hitting the front of the shoe to where I'm gonna like probably bust out the front. I don't feel like this happening with this shoe. And the shoe doesn't feel like it's coming out from under me. It's the lockdown on the shoe is really well, and basically my foot is just secure in this shoe. Yeah, I really love this shoe. I know I'm just all over the place with this shoe because I'm just really excited for this shoe, and I just can't wait to put more in it and even get past 100 miles. If it stays together after 100 miles, if it rips apart, I don't know. We will find out. So far, I'm getting the miles up really fast in this shoe, and I really plan on um, let's see, maybe get it to 200 miles. Let's see what happens. Once I'm done with this shoe, I'm getting another pair. It's just as fun to run into me as my endorphin speeds. And I know you guys probably heard me speak about that shoe a lot. I love that shoe when it comes to daily training. If I'm not running in carbon shoes, and that shoe is just always a shoe I just grab my speed threes. They're beat up, they're done, and I still find myself wanting to run in those as well. And this shoe, I really feel like it's got to that point for me, in my experience with this shoe. Now, when it comes to the price of this shoe, I do find it a bit too expensive. I wish it was around the same price as the Speeds. That way, I don't know, I feel like I can justify recommending it a whole lot more, because the shoe is around $210. It should be a bit less than that. If it was around 170 or 180, man, it would be a really good price and it will fit within its class. But yeah, that is what I wanted to get to when it comes to the shoe. After running in it, putting more miles in it, beating the shoe up, it's a really great shoe. I love this shoe. It's really fun. You can do your 5K, your 10K, half marathon, full marathon, whatever you want to do. This shoe can do it. It's a really good shoe. I just wish the price was a little bit lower. I think I hit the mic probably like 2 times already. I just wish the price was a little bit lower, and that way I can recommend it to a whole lot more people, because of course, budget is a thing. That wraps it up on the Cloud Boom Zone. Really great shoe, really great day trainer. It's one of my favorites. Can't wait to really beat it up, and then you know what? Maybe past 100 miles, I'll be back here telling you all about it and how the shoe held up. Until then, thanks for watching. I'll catch you guys in the next one.